Good evening from Las Vegas, where the lights of the Strip are just beginning to shine and a brand new college football season is ready to take center stage. Tonight, the Memphis Tigers visit the UNLV Rebels in a Week 0 showdown featuring two teams with conference championship aspirations. Memphis is led by preseason first-team All-American Conference senior defensive end Jamon Tapp, a relentless pass rusher who can take over a game in the blink of an eye. Across the field, UNLV counters with preseason first-team All-Mountain West senior running back Jaden Thomas, whose combination of power and speed makes him the focal point of the Rebel offense. It's the energy of Las Vegas, the anticipation of opening night, and the return of college football. Memphis and UNLV are set to kick off under the Nevada sky. Coming up next.
Glad to have you with us from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Memphis Tigers and the UNLV Rebels. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
In the desert, Allegiant Stadium is one of the biggest. Las Vegas gets it going for the UNLV Rebels. 65,000 plus. It can even be expanded to hold 72,000 fans. Dan Mullen's got it going. Can they continue to pack it in at UNLV? Guys?
All right, Holly. So the Memphis Tigers kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the UNLV Rebels offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. One of the top running backs in the game, and we expect them to feed him a lot.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tigers offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And this guy's developed quite nicely as a security blanket for his quarterback. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. There he goes. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Right back to him on the ground. Hard-hitting tackle. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
There's a little room there. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Makes the catch. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Let's take a minute here to talk a little Memphis. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Back's looking for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Option look. It's Nolan. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Fielded in the end zone, it's Irvin. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Burnett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it. They're on the run.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got his man. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Memphis picking up the tempo.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their junior defensive end, and they hope he's just rattled momentarily. Holly Rowe will update his condition in a bit. They'll give it to him again. Can't get him to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Memphis now operating in the red zone. Running inside, it's Carter. Touchdown, Memphis! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10, here he comes. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Rebels offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Pulls it on the option. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. Here's the pressure. Being chased. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Memphis wants to move quickly. The play action fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
That's why you got to avoid 3rd and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Keeps it himself. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really breaks into the open. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking for room, it's Glover. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Glover. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The option look. Now the pitch. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Nolan. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. He's there to make the stop. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He's going to run it. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the draw, it's Glover. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Hauls it in. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Rebels are flying down the field. Makes the grab. It's Burnett. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. They booted away on 4th down. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. He's got 50 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression. Caught, and he's got room. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Finds his man. It's Brown. The ball is spotted, but the officials waving the training staff onto the field to check on the injured Memphis Tigers. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Carter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to throw. It's Nolan. Time to take a shot. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Memphis. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Fires left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Quick strike complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The run inside. It's Glover. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Finds a man on the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Brown. At the 35, he's got room. Flying down the left side. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun on third down. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt and look for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Punts it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with TCU taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's the Horned Frogs who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. As we take a look at other action today, check out that notable upset inside the ACC. Now back over to your game inside Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
And the Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Memphis offense to start this drive. With the catch, it's Hardy. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Nolan. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. Got his man downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. Running inside, it's Carter. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Carter. But headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. They'll start this drive with a pass. Here comes the heat. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Turning it on! And the defense drags him down. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Pulls it and runs it again. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The kick is on its way. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Bunch formation for these receivers. The short hands, it's Chapman. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Carter. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Burnett. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. That'll be enough for the first down, and the ball will be spotted at the 47. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Thomas. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Might have a chance. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield, it's Irvin. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Memphis Tigers offense ready to set up shop. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Snowed under by the defense. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down, we'll open up the final period. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Could not make his way to the corner. It'll be 3rd and long. Off play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That's an interesting call, going play action on 3rd and long, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field. You saw that time, the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Rebels offense is back on the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game.
Maybe some room here.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down. Punt is in the air. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UNLV.
This quarterback is so unique, and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the 1st down. The defense was offside. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Memphis picking up the tempo.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter, with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Memphis will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Takes it on the return. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Running inside, it's Thomas. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They'll keep it on the ground. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's out past the 35. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Makes a man miss. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll move the tight end. Quick completion to the right.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the move at the 30. He got enough, slides, and moves the sticks on 4th and short. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Burnett.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
They'll line up to go for 2. He wants to throw it. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Stumbled to the ground. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. To the ground. He's got it again. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed behind the line. It's Carter. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hayden. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking down the middle. He's got it. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Pulls it in. It's Burnett. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. fires to the big fella. Turns it on at midfield. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they would go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They go right back to him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about, what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure this doesn't happen next week again.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
All right, so Memphis goes on the road and gets a 13-point victory at UNLV. In real life, of course, I'm recording this in July, so it's still quite a ways away, but UNLV is a small favorite in this game, so Memphis with the quote-unquote upset here. Taking a quick look at the team stats, because we only got a couple of minutes to recap this game. Memphis had the slight edge in first downs, 19-17. They had the edge in total offense, 431 to 390. Rushing yards, UNLV actually had the edge, thanks in large part to quarterback Jackson Arnold. They had the edge 180 to 143. Passing yards, Memphis had the edge 288 to 210. Third down conversion percentage, Memphis had the edge 46% to 44%, so just narrowly. Turnovers, both teams had 2 turnovers. Memphis lost 2 fumbles. UNLV threw an interception and lost a fumble. And the time of possession was in favor of UNLV by about 7 minutes. Quick look at the player stats. At quarterback, UNLV's Jackson Arnold finishes 24 of 41 for 210 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Memphis's Air Nolan, great name for a quarterback, finishes 20 of 29 for 288 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Leading rusher for Memphis was Jalen Carter, 20 carries for 98 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. For UNLV, they were led by Jackson Arnold, 17 carries for 132 yards, 1 touchdown. The star of the team, Jaden Thomas, only had 6 carries for 29 yards. Leading receiver for UNLV was Kean Burnett, 9 catches for 57 yards. For Memphis, they were led, we'll say, by Tyshawn Chapman, 5 catches for 100 yards, 1 touchdown. To Alante Brown, former Cornhusker, had 4 catches for 110 yards, 1 touchdown. Leading blocker for Memphis was Parker Mitchell with 7 pancakes. For UNLV, it was a tie between Eli Sanchez and Will Thomas, each with 7 pancakes. Defensive leaders, UNLV was led in total tackles by Trey Fulton with 13. They were led in tackles for loss by Mark Ihenachor with 4. He also led the team with sacks with 2, and there were no interceptions for UNLV. For Memphis, Chauncey Logan Jr. had 1 interception. Michael Montgomery led the team in sacks with 2. He also led the team in tackles for loss with 3. And Anthony Richard Jr. led the team in total tackles with 10. Kicking from Memphis, Jason Kaiser made his only field goal attempt from 39 yards out. He was also 5 of 5 on extra points. For UNLV, Ramon Villela was 2 of 2 on field goal attempts with a long of 49 and 1 of 1 on extra points. Punting for UNLV, Matthew Cholis had 7 punts for an average of 49.7 yards per punt, and Memphis's Brian Gibson had 5 punts for an average of 48 yards per punt. We're going to quickly exit out and see if we can get the headline from the game, since we only got 12 seconds left here. But UNLV drops their home opener to Memphis, 38-25, and you can see the headline real quick right before we cut out. Sweet victory.